Hello, welcome to another episode of J Rambo's Garage. Video is kind of twofold, just to kind of not necessarily prove a point, but for the better term, yeah, prove a point that when I have someone recording, I think better, even with it being unscripted. Okay, so I'm going to call this episode um, Diagnosing a Vehicle Through Car Washing. All right. So while my coffee is warming, I'm just going to keep going. In a previous video or previous videos, if you've seen them or not, you may have heard me make the claim, because I'm a motorcyclist as well, die hard, that not only a motorcyclist on road, but also track days. So in particular, with the track days, that as it relates to my motorcycles, a clean bike is a safe bike. Well, that goes the same for my vehicles themselves. That a clean car, clean SUV, whatever it is you drive, a clean vehicle is a safe vehicle. What I mean by that is hand washing your car, or even if you're at your local, run through automated car wash, uh, if you take the time to dry the car, well, that's still kind of similar to hand washing. But in particular, with hand washing your vehicle, that's the time to just not wash your car. It's the time to pay attention to the car. Oh, I didn't notice this. Oh well, where the hell did that chip come from in my windshield? So, using the car out here as an example. Get my coffee. So if you'll pan back to the truck, okay. So this video is actually about this truck, okay, which is a 2012 QX56. What we're going to talk about would essentially be the same for, I believe it's 2011 through about 2016 QX56 through QX80. Only difference being from what I think 11 or 12 when this body style came out, the second generation. This was basically the same vehicle through about 2016 or 17, whatever that cutoff is, where essentially it was just the facelift. Everything else is exactly the same: drivetrain, transfer case, engine, inside. It just got a front facelift. All right. So, using this vehicle as an example, I just finished washing this car. Okay, but again, wasn't me just washing the car, paying attention to just stuff. So, in this instance, as an example, as I'm washing this side, I noticed that this rocker cover was loose. Okay, maybe it's a big deal, maybe it isn't. First question I'd ask myself is, how the hell did the rocker cover get loose? But no big deal, just popped it back in. Well, when I go to the other side, same damn thing, rocker cover is loose. Question that I'm asking myself, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Again, the point being though, if I weren't paying attention, I'd just glance over that, and then hell, you may come out to your car one day and see your rocker cover gone. Not to mention, I already knew this, but coming around to the front, you think you got chrome pieces on your nice Mercedes? No, you don't. You've got a damn piece of plastic covered with a sticker that looks like chrome. But I already knew that. But that's starting to peel off, started to delaminate, or I should say. I think I noticed some, actually, yeah. I'm noticing that this side mirror cover is loose. How the hell did that get loose? Again, it's just time to start asking questions. But my point is, if you're paying attention to your car while you're washing it, you'll pick out certain things. Now, I'm using this vehicle as an example to move to that vehicle, the QX56. So let's say right here. We just recently had a snow, what, about 3 weeks ago now? My son's behind the camera, so feel free to talk. We had a snow about 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So um, it's not common for us. We live in greater Atlanta, Georgia. Obviously, let's call it, we're not in the deep South, but we're in the South. We don't get snow. When it happens, it's a big event. He wanted to go out. We were doing snowmen and throwing snowballs. And I just decided, you know what? Let's just go for a ride and just go ride in the snow. Well, we hop in the QX56, that vehicle in the garage. I pull it out. Now, mind you, that morning I had just went for a cup of coffee. No problems. Pull the vehicle out, and we didn't even get to the stop sign before I was making a turn, and I hear a pop. Oh, that's interesting. Well, no problem. We continue on just up the road to the next stop sign, which leads out to our main road, and now my vehicle won't move. Not only will it not move, but it's actually going backward. So now I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on and why my vehicle is rolling backward, or just in general, what the hell is wrong with my vehicle at all. I just drove it, no problems. So let's just move here. I'll keep talking. I'm fiddling around with the switch that engages if you have a QX56 and you have four-wheel drive. Well, you have the switch that engages for high and for low. I won't go into the actual operation of it, but if I'm not mistaken, what's actually happening is when you turn that switch, it's telling the transfer case motor to do something. It's just, I won't go under and actually show, because that's not what this is about. But there's just a motor on the transfer case that engages, if I'm not mistaken, the transfer case to for high or for low. All right. When I put it in for high, everything's fine. I put it in for low, everything's fine. It's only when I go back to auto that crunching, clicking, so forth and so on. Vehicle will not operate. Okay, let's go back to for high. Let's go for a drive. Everything's fine. Okay, so what is that telling me? Potentially, there's nothing wrong with my transmission. Okay. Transmission's shifting fine. Well, if the transmission's shifting fine, then in theory, my transfer case shouldn't be anything wrong with that. So I've kind of dwindled it down to, well, it must be the motor, the transfer case motor. I'm not getting any errors, so forth and so on. Now, bringing it back to the topic of this video, a clean car is a safe car. All right. Come out. I've had the truck staged since yesterday. You can see it's in the middle of the driveway. I had planned on dealing with it yesterday. Didn't feel like it. But for the better part of 2.5 weeks since that snow, I've just been honestly pissed off. Because, this is the workhorse, but I take care of all of my vehicles. I think you guys can see that through the videos that I make. And so not only am I pissed off that something potentially serious is wrong, but I'm even more pissed off that I can't pinpoint it. I don't have any codes. So I've got to go kind of on, the old school, really having to know about vehicles in order to know what to look at. So you don't have to pay it. But just as I finished cleaning that car, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Let me move all of these cars out of the way, pull the truck out, get it cleaned up, and then I'll start dealing with OCD. Well, since I'm in cleaning mode, and you can see this vehicle is still dirty, I just happened to be coming around. And I just happened to look down, hit the wheel. And I noticed my damn center cap is gone. Okay? Well, again, me being very meticulous about my vehicles, I'm thinking, okay, just another thing. Now I'm even more pissed off that my car doesn't look right. But then I started thinking, and within an instance of what I do know, my wheels immediately started turning, and then I knew exactly what was wrong with this vehicle. Okay, so just as an example, center cap there, right, intact. Go around to the other side, get the other center caps. Okay, and the other in the driver's side, or the passenger side. Now, how the hell did I lose a damn center cap? I don't, other than towing, which doesn't happen a lot. This car doesn't go off-road. I'd love it to go off-road, but it doesn't go off-road. I don't drive, crazy and so forth and so on. So as I put two and two together in this snap of an instance, well, for me, the only way this center cap could have come off is that it got punched out. Well, how the hell did it get punched out? Well, that crunching noise that I heard, damn CV axle is broken. So I don't need to go under the car, but that would have happened regardless. The bells and the whistles, that would have happened regardless. I just happened to look down, but I'm already in car cleaning mode. So I was gonna find that regardless with me washing the car. Sometimes when you're trying to diagnose a vehicle, and keep in mind, my videos aren't necessarily pitched toward people who know mechanics that are classically and formally trained, so forth and so on. I talk to the average person who has a willingness and a desire, but not quite the confidence. So I'm not even talking about a novice. I'm talking about somebody who's just interested, but they just don't have the confidence to pull the trigger. Well, you can't just go throwing money at parts. You have to do your best effort to diagnose, to ensure that you're working on the right problem, okay? So again, diagnosing just through washing a car. No fancy computers. Honestly, other than just what I believe to be common sense, well, I found my problem. I'm sure if which I'm gonna have to, just to confirm, but well, you know what? I said I wasn't gonna go under. I'll take the camera. Okay. Sorry for the hand, but I'll give you the confirmation. Okay. If I were to come under here, it's another thing I love about this vehicle is it is relatively high. Well, there's a telltale sign that shouldn't be out, and that's pretty close to the circumference of the inner CV axle. That's out of there. But if I were to, well, that shouldn't be happening at all. All right. So if you'll take this, sir, I'll come back up. That's the gist of it. So, very short, to the point. I think I've proven my point from how I started this video, is that when I have someone recording, I think better, because I don't have to worry about being the videographer and figuring out what I'm going to say. Somebody can focus on what they're doing, and I can focus on what I'm doing, which is trying to relay a message to you as simple and plain as I possibly can. But that's diagnosing a car through washing. Nothing fancy. That's it.